Welcome back to another video. This video is on the Phalanx. It's a very good weapon, and as you see in the opening, can one-tap level cap Demolysts. Today we'll cover the build and do one round of disruption just to show the process whereby we use the Phalanx to absolutely curb stomp Demolysts. Let's start with the Warframe. Today's Warframe is Revenant Prime. Growing power in the aura for that additional 25% ability strength when we proc statuses. Now while this run did not proc statuses as much as I would like to, Zata's Whisper is a guaranteed proc. So when you do hit enemies with Zata's Whisper, this will proc. So it's a free 25% ability strength. Prime Sure-Footed for the 100% CC resistance. This ensures that you're not always knocked down and you can recast Mesmer Skin. Umbral Intensify, Blind Rage, and Transient Fortitude for ability strength. Our helmet today, as said before, is Zata's Whisper. This scales off ability strength and duration. This high amount of strength also gives us more charges on our Mesmer Skin, Prime Flow, and Equilibrium for our energy economy. This will keep our energy topped up unless there is an energy drain. Prime Continuity to counteract Transient Fortitude's negative ability duration, because we still want to be able to use Zata's Whisper for a longer time. Narrow-minded for more duration, because this build doesn't require range, you can use narrow-minded. And you'll see that for this build, this is the only deferment from the usual. Rolling guard for 3 seconds of invulnerability, so if your Mesmer Skin runs out, you roll, you recast Mesmer Skin, move on. For the keen-eyed, you'll realize that I'm not using natural talent on this build. Now the reason for that is I have offloaded that to my Ember Archon shards. These provide me 75% casting speed. So that's more than sufficient, and I would not have to mod for natural talent. The Crimson Shards are just here because this used to be a melee oriented frame for me to go to level cap. If you've seen in my first ever video, the Carriers Prime was running this Archon setup. Now back to the build. Our two arcanes for today are Mode Augmented and Arcane Tempo. Mode Augmented gives us 60% ability strength at 250 stacks. This, in tandem with Umbral Intensify, Blind Rage, and Transient Fortitude, will give us 358% strength. This will result in more damage from Zata's Whisper and more charges on Mesmer Skin. Second ability is Arcane Tempo. 90% fire rate to shotguns when it procs, and it'll proc when you're using the Glaive Prime. More on the Glaive Prime in a second. Moving on to our DPS weapon, this is the Phalanx. Modded as so. Galvanized Savvy for your base damage multiplier, Galvanized Health for your multi-shot multiplier, Prime Ammo Stock and Prime Tactical Pump to as quality of life mods for more ammo in the magazine and faster reloads. Prime Cleanse Grenier for your faction damage. This will do more damage than if you're using Prime Point Blank, just because in the calculations this mod is a separate multiplier. Prime Chilling Grasp, Contagious Spread, an incendiary coat, because today we're going for raw damage. Trenchant Grasp and Contagious Spread will form our viral, and incendiary coat will form heat. These will be the elements that have more damage against Grenier. Well, clone flesh. Prime shotgun ammo mutation for ammo economy, because today we are using the base fire mode. Because we're using the base fire mode, we're going to chew through ammo, and prime shotgun ammo mutations is gonna keep us topped up. Arcane for today is primary deadhead. For those of you who are more comfortable with primary dexterity, you could try it. However, primary deadhead would be a better option because of the additional 30% to headshot multiplier. If, as you've seen in the video opening, all of my shots are just headshots, especially the ones that I am using to one-shot level cap enemies. It's 1 to 2 shots. The 2 shots is just because I can't aim, but it's usually a one shot. And on top of that, you have longer duration between stacks for 24 seconds, and you only need about 3 kills for the full 360% benefit. So in total, this is a very relaxing setup. For our primer for today, spoiler, you don't need a primer. Our epitaph modded as such. Our standard modding for the epitaph, amalgam barrel diffusion for multi-shot, and the token dodge speed, sure shot for more status chance, lethal torrent for more fire rate, ice storm, scorch, and pistol pestilence, and frostbite for the viral weighting, viral status, and scorch for the heat. Prime fulmination so that the radial blast is bigger and I hit more enemies when I prime. Pistol ammo mutation just to keep my ammo topped up. You're not gonna be using the epitaph often, so you probably don't have to worry about ammo. For now to our acolyte killing weapon. Mod as such. This is a standard Glaive Prime mod configuration. However, you can go for Power Throw instead of Gladiator Might because my melee is bound to my scroll wheel. Because my scroll wheel cannot really pull off consecutive throws, Gladiator might work better for me. However, if your melee key is still bound to your E key or a key that you can hold, Power Throw would be the more optimal option, especially when you're going against level cap acolytes. Focus school for today is Unairu. Unairu has this ability, Caustic Strike, that strips enemy armor completely. This, as you've seen in the opening, is necessary at level cap. The level cap armor is just too strong. So the strip will make our job easier. And that would cover it for the build setup today. So here we are in Disruption, Mars Disruption, Olympus. We'll just bring the Felarks and review the process whereby we curb stomp Demolist. Willing participants. If you're having trouble doing headshots, Vegas Lockdown, which are these blue lines, will solve your issue of aiming. First key, There you go. One down. And a surprise visit. A surprise guest. Ah, that's unfortunate. The key. One tap. So it's really good. Really simple. Fourth key. There we go. So, some of you may be wondering, why Zata's Whisper? What makes Zata's Whisper so good and the choice for today's helmet? Well, the Phalarx has this perk, this evolution that has a chance, a 50% chance to deal 2000% base damage, an additional 2000% base damage multiplier. This, despite being additive to Galvanized Savvy and your primary arcane, is a good perk because it's 2000. 2000% of anything is almost always good. Now, what Zartas Whisper does is one, provide an extra element for Galvanized Savvy. That is a smaller perk and not as important. The important one is the status effect. Now, the status effect of Zarta's Whisper and the damage type is Void. Void procs and gives you a bubble, as you've seen on some of the enemies earlier, and in the opening I do proc a magnetic bubble when I hit them and they don't die. This bubble double dips in the Phalarx 2000% base damage multiplier, which means you do a lot more damage. This, combined with the fact that it's a shotgun, means that you have a lot of pellets that are heading towards a specific target, and some of those pellets are gonna be with the additional 2000% base damage multiplier. Put Zata into the equation, and suddenly you're one-shotting level cap Demolysts without breaking a sweat. Now I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe for more Warframe content and League shitposts. I hope you have a good day. See you next time.